Hello, and welcome to another episode of Shape Your Truth. I'm Dr. Kamika, and today we have an exciting topic. We're going to jump into the world of brain nutrition and exploring how foods and fluids that we consume can impact our brain, our intelligence, and even our longevity. By the end of the episode, we have some practical tips. Yeah, you have a few practical tips and insight to your brain, better health, and longer life, more vibrant life. So, we're going to get started, okay? Yeah. The human brain is a incredibly complex organ, okay? It contains approximately 86 billion neutrons. And these neutrons are responsible for everything from thoughts to emotion to our movements and sensations. And did you know that your gut, your stomach, is often referred to as the second brain because they also, the gut, it also has its own network of neutrons known as the enteric nervous system. The brain is the central, stomach enteric, which can operate independently of the brain and spinal cord. The gut-brain connection, it's like there's a connection to control all the things that you do. So that connection, it plays a significant role in our mood and our overall health. Okay, so you need that connection. You need the gut, you need the brain to feel good. That's why when you eat food, sometimes you feel better when you eat certain foods and salt and chocolate. And have you ever felt sad and then when you ate some food you feel a little bit better? Well, that is why, because the gut controls our emotions. Okay, so there's about a few different kind of fats that make up the brain. The brain is 60% fat. And this might sound surprising, but these fats are crucial to maintaining the structure and function of our brain cells, aiding in the communication between each neuron. So your communication throughout your body, that gut-brain axis. And if we don't have fat, or we don't have the right type of fat, that communication is going to slow down. So we do need fat. We need fat in our diet. We need some good fat. So why do you think the brain has so many neurons? Question is. Then how do you understand the gut-brain connection? How it helps manage our stress? And then what do you find surprising about that? Think about those questions. And then did you know they had 86 billion neurons in your brain? Now you do. And did you know that there's a good brain connection that and maybe the way you feel and how you manage stress has to do with your gut? And that is why you crave food when you're down or depressed or even happy. And how you react after you have that. Have you ever thought about that? Next time you have a meal, I want you to pay attention to that. Or next time you have an extended period where you haven't eaten, see how just note it down. Get in your little journal, write down how you felt after you ate that. Or even if it's the situation where you're a little angry, just kind of try to be mindful of that and test and see if you agree. Okay? Now, also, I bet you're blown away by how much fat is needed. But like the brain needs fat, but it needs good fat. So, fat or lipids are essential for our brains. And there's a few lipids we want to talk about and define and get their functionality for you. And the first one is phospholipids. And they are fat molecules that form the main component of your cell membranes. Okay? In the brain, they help maintain the structure of the neural cell membrane. So neural cell, when you're talking about neural, we're talking kind of function that has to do with your brain or your spinal cord. Okay? So phospholipids, they're very important for the structure of the neural cell membrane. Okay? And facilitate the transmission of signals between neurons. And with increasing your consumption of phospholipids, you can reduce anxiety. What? Eating more fat can reduce anxiety? Really? Yeah, because these fats are the production of neurotransmitters that regulate our mood and our stress responses. So eating the right kind of fat, they may play a significant role in how you deal with stress and what mood you're in. Okay, and to get a good source of phospholipids, try to do whole food sources, including eggs, soybean, liver, sunflower seeds, and start incorporating these foods into your diet. And they're good support for your brain. They provide those phospholipids that you need to build those neuron membranes and to send those transmissions back to help you in your mood and with anxiety and just fuel the body. Okay, so think about that. Add more liver into your diet. I know it sounds really good, not to me anyway. But if it's going to make me smarter or make my mood better, I have less anxiety, you might see me slapping a piece of liver on my plate more often than not. Yeah. And sphingolipids. Sphingolipids are a class of lipids that play a key role in cellular signaling. Yeah. And it protects the brain's nerves. So it gives the brain the innervation, all the nerves in the brain, it protects them. It puts a protective around that brain cells. And they help them maintain the integrity. So they're like maybe you think like a uniform or some kind of maybe like a bulletproof vest. They're kind of like that. They protect them within the inside, a little coverage. And so they and also facilitate signal transmission. So just like the phospholipids, they help with signal transmission. And these lipids right here, they have been found to prevent cancer and neurodegenerative diseases. Neurodegenerative diseases like have less Alzheimer's and yet less dementia because of these type of your diet. Okay, and they prevent cancer. And who would have thought? Who knew? When I started doing this study, I read it years ago about lipids and stuff, but never like really applied it to my own life and nutrition. Like once you finish a topic in pharmacy school, and that's not something that's going to be your specialty or something you're going to get it all the time. You read the stuff and you studied it for a while, but it's been years. So the connection never like really crossed over until I started doing all of this extra reading about getting in better health. And now I'm on this journey of trying to fuel my brain better and learn about the different ways that I can build up my cognition and with dealing with ADHD. So this was fascinating to me, and I wish I would apply this sooner to my life. I took a lot of lipids, but they weren't the good ones. Okay? If I could knew that then, and people who knew this then, this was taught. If food nutrition science was taught in school from a very young age, I think many of us would benefit from making those connections in our mind about how we can use this practice instead of thinking of it as just some kind of abstract science thing. That we could really use these principles and inner workings and things we learn about self-connection, about chemistry and physiology, and make it a practical thing in our own life, not just what we're going to do in the future for patients and how medications work and how the system works. But a lot of times I don't even think that I ever thought that this applied to me, which is, I know sounds crazy, but it seemed like every time I study something that I hadn't done on an everyday basis, I realized that if it wasn't a part of what I do or my job or my area of pharmacy, I forgot about it, basically, and I have to be mindful of these connections. So I really think it'd be important and really beneficial if we start teaching nutrition science as a core class or core lesson for teachers to teach in primary school and then in junior high and high school. So you listening, you are one of our newly ride or dies in our short ride and our mini course that we've been on, this short course. This week, try to create a meal plan and try to see if you can use some of these sources of lipids, okay? And then you can let us know, you can send us a message and let us know about what your meal plan looked like, what your list looked like, what you found at the grocery store or whatever, and what kind of dishes you made. And we can discuss the benefits of those. Okay, so if you do participate, be sure to send your menu or your meal plan to Dr.KamikaBaylo on IG. You can leave me a DM or comment on one of my posts and let us know. I'll put a post about this and let us know how your meal plan came along and what recipe you use, what the menu looks like. Okay, so now we know that. Now those are two facts that we talked about. Now here's one that you won't like. A lot of people don't really believe. And I was explaining this to my family. But no way that cholesterol is a big part of the brain's fat. And you're like, cholesterol? Are you sure cholesterol? Because they told me to watch my cholesterol. Yeah, I'm really serious. This is cholesterol. The brain contains the highest concentration of cholesterol in our body. And cholesterol is essential for building and maintaining cell membranes and producing hormones that facilitate nerve function. So the brain needs the cholesterol. It needs it. It takes up most of the cholesterol that we put in our body for the most part. But we don't need to overindulge in cholesterol. We need some fats, but we don't need all the fats that we eat, and we don't need all the different sources or types of fats. We need cholesterol. We do need some cholesterol. It's essential. And vitamin D synthesis in our body, it relies on that cholesterol that we get from our food. And the sunlight, that cholesterol we're intaking, it converts the cholesterol in our skin to vitamin D. So like when you walk outside, that's why it's very important for you to get some air outside. Get some sunlight on the skin. Take a walk every night. It is really hard when everybody's transitioned to work from home with a lot of people and working virtually and not having to go out as much as you do. Try to make it a point to go outside and get some vitamin D going. Okay, and the sun shines on your skin, and then your skin makes this vitamin D, which is very crucial for many bodily function. Okay, including the brain. Okay, so cholesterol and sphingomyelin work together to form lipid rafts in your cell membrane. Little rafts that carry signals, conduction signals, and that help maintain the structure of your neural membranes. Okay, so now do you understand why cholesterol is so important, contrary to what we thought or what we believe? And I think when the cardiologist and the doctor is telling you to slow down the cholesterol, it's because you have an abundance. But don't go too extreme, because we do need some fat. We do need some cholesterol for our brains to function correct. And pay attention to your vitamin D. How do you get your vitamin D? Do you take a supplement? Are you drinking enough foods with vitamin D in it, fortified with vitamin D? Or do you go outside and get some sunlight frequently enough so that you can have enough vitamin D going around and consume the cholesterol so that your skin can make the vitamin D? Think about that. If not, make it a point. Go outside, go for a little walk, just to get your vitamin D up. Okay, so there's some other things that help support your brain health and that we need to get through our diet. Now we have astrocytes. And Astrocytes are these star-shaped cells, ganglia cells in our brain that support neural cells and the cell membrane. And so it helps you maintain, it supports the neuron by helping you maintain your blood-brain barrier. Okay? So and providing some nutrients and repairing the brain after injury. So maybe like you play football, you got a little shake up, you got a little concussion. These astrocyte cells, they help your brain. They do the little healing that you need in this very crucial role in your brain health and your brain function. Human breast milk, it contains about 50% of saturated fat, which is essential for the infant's brain to develop. When you wonder why there's so much fat in there in the brain, they need more and more fat than usual because they're growing rapidly and developing in early life. So they have to diet is fat so that their little brains can get growing enough to run the rest of the body and do all the things that it's trying to grow up. And it does it really fast, okay? And cholesterol plays a vital role in our nerve regeneration. So, like, cells, they cycle out and they get taken out by the body through autophagy and different processes like that. And they get removed. And you have to make some more. And cholesterol builds and repairs the myelin sheath. The myelin sheath is like blue shields around the around the cell, around it. You can see, I'll show a picture in here. I think I'm trying to anyway. The protective covering of the nerve. So the myelin sheath is like a little covering. Looks like, I always remember the picture in my mom right now. Kind of remind me of a Twizzler with the stuff inside, the fillings. If you're going to have the myelin sheath, will be the hollow part of covering of the Twizzler if you cut it in half. That's what I'm imagining I'm telling you this. And it facilitates efficient nerve cell transmission. So cholesterol does a good lot. And the best one to get, the one that you always hear about, and if you didn't hear about it, you'll hear about it today, and that's the omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA and EP. They are crucial for your brain. Okay? They support your cognition, they reduce inflammation, and they protect against neurodegenerative diseases. Okay, so this is another way you can protect your brain with fat, other than the ones we talked about previously. So you hear that, your cognition, how aware you are, how it prevents you from getting neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. And it reduces inflammation in the brain. So that is also a cause of dementia, is the inflammation in the brain, and it protects your nerves. It protects your nerves against all of those inflammation happening to help affect these neural cells. And you can add omega-3s to your diet by consuming fatty fish and flaxseed, chia seeds as well, and then walnuts. I love walnuts, so you can add put them in all salad. And I don't really eat too much chia seeds. Sometimes I use them. You can make a good low sugar, low carb pudding with it, and with some chia seeds and some milk or some milk with heavy cream or something like that, and you sit it overnight. You can flavor it with however you want. I usually do it with some type of berries, and then in the morning they kind of get like jelly, and they get wet, and once they open up, and it forms like gel, and it'll be all wet and watery, at first. And then when you mix it up, they'll start to spin. The seeds start to spin in the fluid, and as it gets cold and everything, it gets congealed, and you'll have a pudding that is low carb and tastes pretty good with those chia seeds, and you're adding back those good fats to your diet. So try that recipe, see if you like it. Try that. It's It's really good. And if you do take some pictures and share it with us on our IG page and tag us in it so that we can see that you made your chia pudding this. Okay. So now let's get into the hydration, because just as important as we talk about the nutrients that are important for our brain, we also got to cover the hydration. Now, this can play a big part of how your brain is operating. And dehydration greatly impacts, it significantly impacts brain function and leads to cognitive impairment, mood changes, and even physical symptoms like headache and fatigue. Staying hydrated is essential for maintaining cognitive performance. So if you're trying to study and you're dehydrated, no wonder you can't study. You know, your brain it can operate. It's dehydrated. It's dehydrated on a cellular level. So we really need to drink water. If you want to be smarter, you got to drink some water. If you want to be smarter. So all those people who say, I hate water, myself included, I hate water, but I know that I want my brain to operate well. I know I want my cells to operate well. So I started drinking water. And if it's hard for you to drink water, set a timer and don't do it too often where it's going to make you like, oh, this is getting on my nerves. But set a timer where you can put some time in between the next time you're going to drink water. I decided I won't get any of those big jugs because they're so intimidating, or having a big jug sitting by me all the time. It was better for me to just set a timer, go get water as natural, and not have a big jug sitting by me. And if I'm going to drink it, otherwise, just put it in there. No, I'm not going to drink it. It has to remind me to go drink the water because it's nothing that I like. Some people love water, so they have no problem drinking it. But if you have a problem, like I do, drinking water, set a timer. Set a timer. I first started off with setting the timer upon the minute of each hour of the day. So I would, except for when I'm sleeping, right? But my awake hours, I would set the timer for that. And that is a little bit better for me. Sometimes it's not doesn't always work, but sometimes you're just doing something and you like snooze the alarm, but for the most, it's still helping me to drink more water than I used to by a lot. And the best, let me tell you the source of water. For optimal hydration, you need to have some clean water. I don't know about where you live, but in California, some of this water that comes out the faucet is not, I wouldn't drink it. It doesn't look good, right? And when it's been tested by different people, it's not really that good. It needs to be clear, and it needs to be clean, and it needs to be filtered. And which I think gets into your cells much better, much easier, is natural spring water. But it has to be filtered, and it has to be clean, and you have to be able to see through it. Okay. The spring water, it has these natural minerals in it. Minerals that help the water molecules to get into your cell. And without those minerals, they won't be able to get into your cell. Minerals and electrolytes. If you don't have it, then you won't be able to get into your cell, and you won't be as hydrated as you need to be. You won't have proper hydration. So you need some electrolytes. So that's why when you're so really dehydrated, they want to give you solutions, electrolyte solutions like Pedialyte or an IV even electrolyte solution to bring up your hydration, rehydrate you. But you can have water with electrolytes, natural ones in it, like spring water, or you can add some electrolyte. But you don't want any ones like with a lot of sugar in them or overly processed waters. Spring water is fine. Of course, spring water is fine, but I wanted to say like waters like Pellegrino and the sparkling waters. They are good. They have a lot of minerals in it, and they're pretty good. you like bottled still water, that's fine too. As long as it's spring, you want to get the fancy water, go ahead. Make sure it's a good quality water. The cheapest, if it's access to power to get certain things, then there's always Arrowhead. They're probably the cheapest source of spring water that you can get. And yeah, I know people don't like it sometimes, but Arrowhead does the job of what needs to be done. We need hydration. So it does that job for you. And sometimes you don't like what's healthy for you. Like said, it's like medicine. So think of it as water as medicine for your body. And it's food that's medicine for your body. The nutrition. Like we were talking about the liver earlier. Yeah, it really would be medicine because I would rather eat any of the things than lose. But I also want to be smart. And I also don't want to get any diseases. And if I can add that to my diet instead of something else that I've been eating that could be more beneficial to my brain, then gotta do it. We gotta do it. Okay, so that is it for today. For this episode on brain nutrition and hydration. We've covered a lot of ground and a lot of things, really important things about the neurons, about the roles of fat in the brain and the benefits of omega-3s and staying hydrated. So remember those things. And remember when you're making choices, when you go out to the restaurant, when you go to the grocery store. And remember what you learned here today. And pick up some of those things that will help your brain out, be more beneficial for your cognition and the neurons and your neuron cells all of the neural transmission is going to make that better. Okay, so think of that when you're doing it. Think of how you're treating yourself with these foods instead of just being some random food. Know that it's going to be medicine for your brain and as well as with the water. Okay, so make the good choices about what you eat and drink. And it can have a profound impact on your brain health and your entire as well as longevity. If you keep the life of the cell, the quality of cell is better, you're going to live longer. Okay, so and if you like to look nice, if you have good skin cells with the vitamin D and drink your water, you're really hydrated, your skin is going to be nice and wet. So it's a win-win. You'll be smarter, you'll live longer, you'll be healthier, and you'll be prettier or more handsome. You'll be winning. Okay? So that's it. Thank you for staying on and listening to this episode. It's one of our solo episodes. We will have these from time to time. Some time, whatever topic that you guys want to hear about, let us know and we'll go over it. We are a special topic that have more guests coming on soon. But we're going to do these specific topics and just give our opinion on these things. And we're going to keep doing this from time to time. And we're going to keep putting out videos weekly, and we're going to put out the audio on Spotify and different providers. And weekly, we're going to try to see how this goes. And if you like these off topics or solo topics, hot topics, you like those, just give us some suggestions and we'll try to add those in as well. So thank you for tuning in to Shape Your Truth podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, come on, follow us, leave a review, and tell a friend. And take care of your brain, and it'll take care of you for sure. And if you want to know some books out there, we always like to recommend a book before we go. Here's a book that I think that you might enjoy, and it's called Brain: The Surprising Science of Eating for Cognitive Power by 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄𝐎. Okay, so that's the book we're going to recommend for this week. Brain Food: The Surprising Science of Eating for Cognitive Power by 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄𝐎. All right, guys, see you next time.